4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome. We are here. This is going to be a fun episode. I can feel it in the air. Why is everyone looking so weird?
Wow.
Welcome to House of Wolf Podcasting presents that name. We'll see how long that goes. We'll see how long. It's a lot of syllables. It's a lot of things I have to say. If you clicked on this, thank you for showing up. I know we've been getting complaints. Where's the content? Where's the content complaints? We're here. And we brought you, it feels like it's going to be a Halloween episode for some reason, but we're bringing you a big extravaganza. We have two guests, count them, 1 and 2. We have Chris from, what's your gaming thing called again? I'm sorry.
Black Cat Gaming.
Black Cat Gaming, let's go.
What's up, guys?
I'm sorry, I can barely remember the name of my own podcast.
Half the time, literally.
And then we have Amber's back.
I'm back. Yeah.
She's back. We got a lot of comments. People were really happy with her more than us. So we gotta give the people what they want.
They said, I liked Amber the most.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Well, we suck then. But we're excited to have both of you guys here. And it's hard to get to a shoot. It's hard to shoot it too, just so everybody knows. And also with us today are my lovely lady co-hosts.
Hi.
Hey.
One of them not wearing red is E.
I wore red 2 times. Calm down.
That's more. We only, how many podcasts? This is like the 6th podcast. That's 1/3 of the time.
Oh my goodness.
And then we have Danny. And guess what? We all believe in Danny. That's might be our first shirt. We believe in it, and 100% of the proceeds will go to a special needs fund.
Wow.
I'm the special needs, yeah?
No, damn, you're so selfish. You're so selfish. You're like, that money's for me. Let me have it. Thank you for showing up, Danny. She did her hair. She has lipstick on. She's doing the most. I forgot my lipstick. I didn't even get to clip my beard.
My hair is falling flat on one side, so we'll ignore that.
Nobody would have known.
We're all staring at her.
Nobody's going to know.
How are they gonna know?
Why did you tell people? I just want to sit in this.
I'm super transparent. I don't care.
Oh my gosh. So go ahead.
We do have friends of the podcast. Sponsored.
Oh yeah. It's hard to see. I got a new chair, and I don't think I could say the name because I'm not trying to get people all whatever. But we appreciate it.
Yes.
They said another chair's coming.
Oh, shoot.
It's our first sponsor, anonymous sponsor.
Yes. Thank you.
So thank you guys. It was pretty cool. It was fun. I felt like Christmas putting it together. It was like,
that's a nice chair, man.
I know, it's cool. I was like, oh my God, I look like a real YouTuber. So the first topic, I guess what we're talking about is some type of stories with the afterlife, or people talking from the afterlife, or intuition from the afterlife. Because guess what, people? We have a bunch of weirdos in the building.
Yes.
That have stories on stories. I have one specific story.
Everybody has a story or two.
At least one.
No, I don't. Yeah. I have a story, but it's not because of me. It's because of other people.
It's because of you.
Who did you invite into their space?
I moved into their space.
That's true.
I didn't. It was me. I moved in. Mm-hmm. So okay, who wants to start?
Not me.
You.
Oh, me? I could start. You mean I'm a professional talker. So mine is really boring. Oh, I thought you said shush. I was like, but we're podcasting. This is when I get to be the loudest. So mine is so my first apartment, because I used to be married, everybody. Hi, my name is Nathan. I used to be married. Sorry. Nice. Don't do it. Don't do it, guys. Yes, if you think you want to marry somebody, wait 5 years and just see if that relationship keeps going.
It's not worth it.
So it was my first single person apartment. And of course, because I was married, I wasn't hoeing it up completely, but I was having a good time. And to me, I thought I just had bad wiring, because sometimes the lights and stuff would flicker, and to me I was like, oh, whatever, the lights are flickering, whatever. But I did admit to somebody that when I was by myself, sometimes I just would play Christian music in the background.
And to go to sleep.
Just go to sleep with Christian music. And I'm like, well, maybe I don't do that anymore. So maybe there was something in me. I was like, it was a little weird. It's a little weird in here. But I thought because it was my first apartment, like by myself, like maybe I was just a little nervous. But then I would invite people over, and like the lights would really flicker, and they would panic. And one time, they were like, "You have ghosts? You know you have ghosts?" I was like, "No." And then I did like a little research, and I figured out that the building that I lived in was connected to a church underground, and it was the nuns where the nuns would live. And they're like, yeah, I think there's some darkness that happened. And we're talking back alley abortions, guys. We're going straight into it.
Yeah.
So they got nicknamed the nuns. And they were fine with me, but they did not like when other people came, especially ladies. And one lady, she was like,
was she?
she's like a ghosty. She's kind of into it. And she's like, no, they're aggressive. Like, they're not happy. And she like ran out of the apartment, like full blown. And I ran too. What was that? Black people run. If a black person sees somebody running, they run too.
That's true.
There's no hesitation. So, and then I didn't really go back to that apartment. I moved out.
You just put in the lease?
Yeah, I just moved. I moved out like 3 months later. Yeah, that was my story, guys. I know.
I'm gonna get you.
I know. No, nobody grabbed me through the
Evil
TV or
nuns.
nothing.
Right?
I don't know. They weren't evil to me. They liked me. That's what I'm saying. But
cool.
other people, they didn't.
It was like Christian music saved you.
Yes, Christian music saved you from being possessed.
And all the lights
He's one
off.
of us.
He's one of us. He's a little dark, but I guess he'll do.
He's like, take what you can.
Well, okay. Who's next? Who else has a ghost story?
I got one.
Oh, shit.
This one's kind of short. It was at one of my old houses. It was probably about, I think it was in high school. And it was about 3 a.m. I remember I was watching Family Guy.
Yeah, you were in high school.
Yeah, I was watching Family Guy, you know, like I was just up and I heard my stepdad making my sister a bottle at the time, you know. And just out of nowhere, like my blankets just started flailing like crazy, and then I automatically just went into shock. Like I couldn't move, I couldn't speak, I couldn't do anything. I tried like yelling for help, nothing would come out. So like I didn't know what to do, and it was just my blankets were still flailing. So it took literally all my strength to like roll off my bed, and like I army crawled to my door. And then I just opened it and I just sat in the living room for like an hour and I just waited. And then I went back to sleep and it was cool.
Whoa.
An hour later,
The
that's
fact
it?
that you could
Yeah.
go back to sleep after that?
No.
In the same bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh
would
my
have
God.
slept somewhere else.
Let them do their thing, I guess.
Yeah, so I mean I still don't even know like what or why or
It was just that one time and then it was
just that
over?
one time. I mean like I've seen a ghost before. This was back when I was staying at my grandparents' house. This is where my parents live currently. I was, I don't know, maybe about like 5 or so, and I couldn't sleep. You know, you're scared. You're sleeping in somebody else's house, so I was just wide awake. And the door is open, and I see like this white figure just walking down the hallway to my grandparents' room. And like, I'm a kid, so you know, like I just put the covers over my head, and you know, like I've seen those scary movies, so like I'm not gonna take this shit off because they're basically like,
They're gonna be like, hey, what's
right in your
up?
face.
Yeah.
So I just woke up my mom and it went away, but for whatever reason, I knew it was the Virgin Mary, and I was going to catechism at the time. So I told them the story, and they said I was special to have seen it and stuff like that. So I mean, that one's kind of like bittersweet.
Do you still
but,
feel special?
kind of, yeah.
That gave him the confidence of life for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
The chosen one.
Yeah, probably. You never know. Could be.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Your
Could be,
first,
or it could be like Darth Vader. I'd be the chosen one.
you're the
Just be evil.
that can go either way, right?
No.
That your first story, it reminded. I used to a lot. I don't get it as much. I used to get sleep paralysis,
Yeah.
Oh, that
and then
sucks.
like it sucks because I've gotten like just sleeping next to partners, and then like I'll just like wake up, like I'll just like or because I'll try to like. I have technique. If you guys need it for sleep paralysis, just really focus on wiggling your toes and your fingers, just with everything you got, and then eventually like you'll twitch, and then after you twitch, you know you'll be all right, and
I
then
don't
you'll
think
get
I've
it.
ever
'Cause you
had
can go
sleep
into, like,
paralysis before.
It's terrifying.
You can go into like deep dream states. Can't
Yeah, I mean it's weird because sometimes like I've had it where like I'm like in between falling asleep, like where I'm just like laid down, I'm like barely dozing off,
That's what
and then
happens.
and then boom, and then I haven't had the craziness because like some people have hallucinations and stuff, or they see like a shadow person or something. I haven't had that, but I never feel safe.
Oh, you never feel safe.
Yeah, it's not. I don't feel safe. I feel like I need to get out of it every time. It's never like, okay, I'll just go to sleep. No, I'm panicked.
Because I think you're stuck. I think you're like conscious, but then you're not conscious at the same time. So you're like in this weird like medium.
It's weird. Yeah. But yeah.
I've been wanting to do that, but like I have a fear of just like, I don't know. I guess since that time, I want to do it just for the dreams because I don't dream at all.
Yeah.
Not really.
I feel like that's an adult thing because I don't dream as much either.
The sleep paralysis thing.
You want to do it?
Like a meditation, like meditate into it.
Like I'm not trying to like summon. I mean, I could do it myself. I could YouTube it. Yeah, you can YouTube it. You can do it.
Huh. You fall asleep to the video and then it like.
You can also make yourself lucid dream too.
Yeah, see, I want to do that too.
That's fun.
Can't do. My best friend can, but I can't.
Yeah.
I used to be like an amateur lucid dreamer.
Yeah.
Like I could realize I was dreaming, but then like I couldn't do a lot. Like I remember for like years I kept trying to fly, but I finally flew and it was some bullshit flying. Like I would run, like I ran into it, and it would just be like I would just hover and just like go forward slowly like a Peter Pan style, and then I would fall and it was like
You were still learning.
Yeah. Yeah, dreams are cool, man. I've had some cool dreams. I used to have reoccurring dreams. I used to have one where I'd go to like this giant mansion, and it would just be like this long hallway of doors, and each time I would go there, a new one would unlock. Yeah, so
that's crazy.
I haven't been there in forever. I've been trying to get back there, but it was when I was more so a kid. I would go back there, and each door, it was like nothing that had to do with like my life, but like a new door would unlock. And then I would go to like this secret garden, and there would be like this giant orb of light that I would just speak to and tell my problems and stuff.
Dude, you're special.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't had those dreams like recently. That's why I've been wanting to get back to it, cause like, and it would help with my art and stuff. But
I think it's like growing up, your just brain doesn't even have time. Like when you're a kid, you're just so open to whatever. Like you're like, I guess I'm dreaming and just doing this, but like when you're working every day and you're just freaking exhausted, I think it's
just get polluted.
You got to get I think that's a meditation thing. Like you have to really like focus. I'm just trying to fall asleep.
Yeah. Those are my stories, man.
I have a few. I start when I was the youngest, I guess, and progress.
She called you guys old. She called you old.
A whole decade worth now. So me and my mom used to be a single parent, and it used to be just me and her in an apartment. And she, later on, she used to tell me all the weird stories she had, but when I was little, she wasn't going to tell her, like, 6-year-old, 5-year-old, anything creepy that's happening to her, obviously. So this was all on my own. We were in the apartment. I was looking for her, couldn't find her. She's probably outside. We used to have a laundromat outside of the apartment, so that's probably what she was doing. So I was like, Mom, I was calling her. And our apartment was 2 stories. So immediately when you walk up the stairs, to the left is a window looking down into like the little yard area. And then to the right was a hallway. And then straight down the hallway was the bathroom. Most of the time we left the bathroom door open. There was a huge mirror on there. And so I walk up the stairs. It was like 5 or 6. And I look towards the bathroom, and the bathroom light was off. But all I saw was this big white figure. And then above its head was also a white floating circle. And at first, I thought that it could have been a balloon or someone was blowing bubbles, or because there's always kids in the apartment area playing. And that little yard area is mostly where they were playing. So I immediately looked out the window, and nothing or nobody was there. And so I'm like, okay. So then I looked immediately back into the bathroom, and it was dark again. There was nothing there. And I was just like, okay. I walked back down the steps.
You're like, well,
Did you ever tell your mom?
that's it.
Did you ever tell
Yeah,
your mom?
I think I have. And she's like, really? Like, at first she acted like, oh, that's weird. But as I got older, she would tell me all the weird things she would experience in that apartment. And I was like, it makes sense now. But I don't know if that one was particularly an evil because it was white, and I heard that like white figures are supposed to be good.
Yeah. Am I an evil figure, Amber?
I don't know where. But and also because it had the floating light above its head too, like maybe signifying a halo. I don't know. Maybe I'm special too. I had a guardian angel at that moment. But that was one. I think it was like 5 or 6. Oh. And then progressing, I was with my dad in our house, and I lived with, at the time, my stepmom. She's not my stepmom anymore. My stepsister and my sister and my dad. And it was a Raider game. And I think this was my first experience. And usually for Raider games, for football season, we would decorate our hallway bathroom in Raiders. Like we'd have the shower curtains, the towels, everything. So I was going into the kitchen area to tell my dad something or someone something. And I'm walking down the hallway, and I happened to look into the bathroom, which was to my right, and I saw a figure there. And the figure was actually wearing a Raider shirt, actually. And I was like, okay. And then around its face was just smoke. I couldn't see his face. It was just all smoky. And at first, I thought it was my grandpa because the shirt he was wearing resembled a shirt that my grandpa would wear. It was a white shirt, and it had black stripes on it, and it had the Raider emblem right here across the heart where the heart is. So it's a pretty common design.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, what's my grandpa doing in the bathroom in the dark? And so I look to the hallway, and we had a bar stool right there, right when you look in the hallway. And my grandpa was actually sitting at the bar stool. Damn. And I'm like, what? And so I look back into the bathroom, and nobody was there. In the bathroom.
Freaky.
Yeah, I've had a few experiences in this house. A second one in this house. My stepsister and I had just got new Walkmans, and
Walkman?
Walkman,
like a tape player Walkman or a
Like
CD player.
like a CD player Walkman.
Oh, damn.
And my stepsister was a little bit more mouthy than I ever was. She loved to talk back. So her mom was calling her from the kitchen, and of course she was getting attitude and stuff. So she walks with her Walkman to the kitchen, and I can hear them in there arguing with each other. I think at this time I'm maybe like 9, 10 maybe. And so then all of a sudden you hear her yelling, and she's stomping back to our room. We shared a room. Me and my stepsister shared a room. And where I'm sitting, I could see directly out of my door into the hallway. Like if I just squint a little, I could see out there. And so all of a sudden I see her stomping back all mad. And all of a sudden she's walking and then just face planted into the carpet. And I'm like, how did you just randomly face plant into the carpet? So I got up, went to her, and I'm like, what happened? And she's like, I don't know. I was just walking and I fell. Well, she fell on her Walkman and she broke it. She'd just gotten it. And so I'm like, man, you must have pissed something off because you just...
She got spanked by a ghost.
We're talking back.
That shit, don't talk back in my day, 300 years ago. We didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever find out if there was like a ghost, somebody that lived there before?
We didn't find out if someone lived there before, but I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong, we found out that the school that we lived across used to be a field mine, like just where you go and you dump trash. And it could have been possible that someone from the area died or
they were dropping bodies in there.
Whatever, and their body got dumped there, and it's just...
Y'all are on an
It's the nurse. It's the nun babies.
Yeah. But and then I have one more too. Same house.
Shoot.
I know, it just keeps going.
I'm glad you moved out of that house.
I kind of want to go back to the house just to ask the people who live there if they've experienced anything. But another one was, I used to be shorter.
Oh, really?
For those of you who want to know,
I can't imagine.
I'm 4'11" and a half, so I used to be shorter. So I used to be 4'10". No. And I was washing the dishes, so at that time I could barely even see the window above me. So like window's here, my head's here. So if I'm looking up, I could see everything behind me. My head's not in the way. And so I was washing the dishes, and behind me is my front entrance for the door. And on the wall right there, we have like a little mirror with a coat rack, and that's pretty much it. So I was washing the dishes. It was at night. I happened to look up, and I could see the reflection from behind me. And as I look up, I could see someone walking in the house and just stopping there, turned to me, and that's it. And at first I thought it was my dad, because it was around that time where he used to come home. And so I turned to say, "Oh, hi, Dad," and I turned, and there was nobody there. And then I looked back into the window to see if someone was outside, because at that point I was scared, because I was like, "Oh shit, someone outside." And I turned, and there was still no one there. So, and then the way he was dressed had like a trench coat on, he had like a fedora on, and again I couldn't see his face because it was just smoked out, like as if he was smoking or something.
Holy
But
crap.
also, too, didn't your dad say as he was working outside in the backyard, it would always smell like cigarettes, and like nobody in your family smoked?
Yeah.
So maybe he like picked your house and was like, "I'm gonna live there with all these kids."
Yeah, maybe. But I know
Bad choice.
I know my dad and my stepmom at the time, they had a lot of arguments in the mornings, because my dad used to go to work really early, and he would get his lunch ready, go to work. Well, then around 7 o'clock, my stepmom would wake up, get ready, make her lunch. Well, by the time she woke up, all the doors in the cabinets were open. So she would start yelling at my dad, like, "Hey, why did you leave all the cabinets open? I have to freaking close them every time I go in the kitchen to make my lunch." And he's like, "I do close them." And there was one time where he actually recorded himself closing them before he left to work. And when he left to work that same day, she called him and said, "You left them open again." He's like, "No, I didn't. Look." Sent the video to her. She saw him closing them, and they were still open.
Nope.
What a fucked up ghost. He's just there to cause
He's just
problems.
Causing problems left and right.
Holy.
But yeah, that's
you guys
pretty
are
much it.
crazy. I just had some lights flickering. You guys are like all of the real. No wonder you guys wanted to talk about it. I was not involved in the conversation about picking these topics. Oh my goodness.
It happened.
Oh, and I named this Ghost George, by the way.
Yeah.
George.
Hi, George. If you're watching, please
Yeah,
tell us
George,
who you are.
if you have a,
I
if
miss
you're,
you.
you're standing behind somebody with a phone watching.
George, stay over there. Until her-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no. In my grandparents' house, we have that mirror with the hooks
Oh,
on
is
it.
that the
Wait,
one?
That's the
yeah.
one.
I never look in
I don't
that.
think George is attached to it.
No, I don't think
he
so,
stays
but-
at the house.
Yeah, but I don't.
They do say they travel through mirrors, though. So I
They do,
pranked my sister
definitely.
when she was younger. She used to be really scared. I'm like, George is gonna come through that mirror if you don't behave.
Yeah.
Better do the dishes.
You can't touch me for life.
Remember we just walked that house?
Yeah.
Because we know somebody who's a realtor, and we're trying to get him on the podcast. We're like, what do I talk about? That's what everyone says. But
He would do fine.
Yeah.
but he has this really old house in downtown. It's like a big 2-story old. It's like from the 1800s.
Yeah.
And like it's really
I
creepy.
bet it's cold in there.
It has a
It's so cold.
it has a servant entrance and stairs that are shittier than the regular
So
stairs.
I also
Yeah.
went to that house. Did you guys feel anything as you were walking up the stairs?
No, I don't feel things.
Oh, did
It
you
was-
at all?
Not up the stairs, but it was in the first room.
I don't know which.
Oh, the room with the piano.
No.
No.
Up the stairs, the first room with the bathroom. That's the room.
It was the
some
first room
shit
with the
went down in.
bathroom.
Oh,
Or the first
More abortions?
bathroom downstairs, probably.
Yeah, a rape, abuse,
oh shit!
Yeah.
R-word.
And then whenever he was
and the living room.
fixing the what are those things called?
The window coverings. The window
Yeah, the really long ones.
Shutters?
Yeah, he was fixing them, and then I was like, "Oh, what's upstairs?" And he's like, "You could go up there if you want to." And it was just like him and I, and I was like, "I'm gonna wait for you to come upstairs with me." And he's like, "Are you scared?" And I was like, "No, I'm not scared."
She's scared of
Just
everything,
go up
guys.
there with me."
Everything.
And we walk up there. There's one chair that's like a chair, like a swivelly chair like this. And he goes, "Yeah." And he's like, "You could sit down if you want to." And I looked at him like, "You're crazy. I'm not going to sit down." And he's like, "Yeah, this is where that, the family that lived there before, this is where that little boy comes and he rocks all night." And
She was getting
how
here.
are you going to
Really
have me
wanted to
sitting
scare
there
you.
in his spot?
I got in the bathtub and it was magical because it was big enough for me. Like I'm 6'2", guys, and fat as fuck. So if I could get into a bath and my arms were up and I was like relaxed, I was like let me just take a bath. Like,
No, I get that. I can't take baths because I don't fit. It's too long.
in this house I don't even have a bathtub. I have only a shower. It's a beautiful shower, but
I
would have loved that house.
It's beautiful.
exactly.
have
See,
to- I
see
wish I
had
what I'm
money,
talking
I would have
about?
bought it.
She used to make fun of me all the time. You want to take baths? Like, yes.
Yeah, man.
It'd be
And
fucking
everyone
amazing.
here makes fun of me because I always say I want a Victorian house that's haunted, like specifically.
Yeah.
Those
you
are
got
my
problems.
requests. A Victorian house that's haunted. I was like, if I need to, I will build my house on a haunted land just so my Victorian
my
house
gosh.
is haunted.
It would probably be the most
Disneyland.
purest house. Like they didn't even come and visit you.
They were
Yeah.
so
They know
peaceful to
want them.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're crazy. You know what? You should have bought that property.
I wanted it.
No, the
didn't even get to
mental
go tour
asylum.
it.
There's one in Hanford.
You should have bought that mental asylum.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
That's a little
They
much.
They turned it into a clinic.
I have my own.
I
mental
bet it's
asylum
creepy as
around
fuck.
me.
It's
Another.
across. It's over in the other town next to us, and by the fairgrounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's a clinic now, and I've only been to a few times, and I'm like, I don't want to be here.
They flipped a mental hospital there in Hanford. It's a really, really nice house.
Wow.
They want like $820 for it, but everybody knows, so nobody's like,
All the locals are like,
no,
nah,
we
bro.
know, like it's a known thing. That house has been haunted like forever and been abandoned forever. My stepdad, he was a dispatcher for the Hanford police there, and they would get calls there all the time.
Oof.
All the lines were disconnected, so
Oh, that's weird. Oh no.
Oh, that's creepy.
Nah.
So everybody,
Scary.
yeah, I don't think that house is gonna sell.
Yeah.
Maybe for hella cheap.
Or
They're gonna have
maybe
to tear it
somebody
down.
From out of town.
Yeah, somebody doesn't
That
know.
doesn't-
Yeah, like every
know.
movie ever.
Yeah, and then they move out.
They go to this town in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
Pack all
Hanford,
their
that sounds like
things.
Hanford.
That sounds not that middle of nowhere. It's along a freeway.
I mean, to people in a big city.
People pass it going to Pismo all the time.
If I were to like live somewhere else and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to that one little
What a
town
dream.
right
You living
there.
somewhere else.
Honestly,
You can't even move down the street, girl. You too scared.
nope. I wanted the house next door. Y'all said no though.
This next
Y'all
door.
said no.
I told her how do you call it? A gordita? I told her I built a gordita. I put her in the back.
Gordito.
I'm not a gordita, okay? Shit, you're already telling
Round
me.
one.
Yeah.
Spanish is not my first language. I didn't mean to call her a fat girl. I meant to say a building.
Cuartito.
Quartito. I told her to
Quartito.
Quartito.
Gordito.
But she said she'd be too
Gordita from
scared.
Taco Bell.
She's scared.
I built her a home. That's more than any man has ever done for her ever. She's too scared. You can come in and use the bathroom in the kitchen.
I would move if I had a roommate. That was always there.
Yeah.
Or there when
You
I'm
come
there.
with a roommate.
Yeah.
No.
Little
She's more brave than you are.
A little broke
Yeah.
friend. Oh, no, I don't. Not her. She's
You both
mandatory.
have the same amount of wealth.
Nice.
Wow.
You don't even have rebuttal. You don't even because you know it's true. Anyways, do you have a ghost story, Danielle? I've been sitting over here, like I just can't wait to hear what you got to say. I was just since you got here, I'm like I know she's got things to say.
Don't do this to me.
I'm not gonna edit out any of these pauses.
I have a lot.
Okay, let's get.
I don't know.
Let's do one.
Okay.
Or two.
The most recent to me, I think that had happened. I was talking to this person, and he was super close with his grandfather, and he had just passed. And I had never mentioned anything about, hey, I can sense stuff or whatever. If you don't know, now you know. But yeah, I didn't say anything. I was on my way home from work, and we hadn't talked. And I was just, it was one of those moments where I'm just like, he needs space. Like, this just happened, process it, whatever. I'm driving home, and there's like this person that I felt like next to me in the seat was wearing plaid, older like white man, and he's like, please call him. Please let him know that my brother's not gonna be okay. And I'm just like, you just left. Why are you gonna tell me to go tell him that your brother, like, no, I'm not gonna do this. And so I'm like, just go wherever you belong.
You argued with them?
I was like, yes, this is my car. This is my space. Like, you're invading my peacefulness.
Holy crap.
And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I turn on the music as loud as I can. And then I still hear, can you please? can you please? And he's saying like specific names. Can you please? And he's like, well, you're not going to do it. But anyways, I took him to a baseball game whenever I was and got into detail about the baseball game and what this person ate and how he likes his coffee. And he's like, and he just picked up a tuxedo from his mom, and I had 2 cinnamon candies in the pocket, and there's a handkerchief on the right side or the left side. And I was like, okay, this is specific. And I was like, I believe who you are now. I'll call him. So I was like driving and then got home, and then I told my grandma, because I was going to pick up my daughter, I was like, hey, this just happened to me. And there was like a lot more. It's just really long, just no point. And I was like, I don't know. She's like, can you just go to his house and let him know what's going on? Like, this is not an over the phone type of call or texting type of thing.
Hey, your grandpa, he talked to me. And I got a message. I'm like, what?
Yeah, so
you mean a few weeks ago?
I was like, all right, well, like, let me shower, like, let me.
You got a shower?
Yeah, like, I just got off of work. I need to breathe and like try and, because this person wasn't stopping.
What if you were in the shower and he would have came and be like, hey, I need to do this?
Grandpa needs to chill.
He was sitting in the corner watching.
He's like,
was
yo,
like, hey,
I'm
this
still
been a
here.
while.
I'm still here. I'm trying to get your attention.
It's been a while. I'm still warm.
But no. So I got ready.
Let me
whatever.
run this wooden stake through your girl.
What is that movie? Scary movie?
I left.
that was that scary movie? That line?
No, scary movie. How that she had sex with a ghost. No,
Yeah.
you never watched scary
I've watched it. It's been a long time. I watched Ghost,
No.
where they were banging after they made pots.
Scary movie. Forget it.
I remember.
You remember it? Thank you.
Are you
Go
ready?
ahead. So-
Yeah, we're over ghost sex. Go ahead, continue.
Oh, go sex, nice. So then I was like, okay, I'm ready to go.
No.
So, fucking asshole. So I was like driving back to his house. He lives like 3 towns over, and I was like, this is really a
You
drive.
drove 3 towns over?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Send email.
I can't even get her to drive down the
You know,
street.
No. And
Hey,
so,
can you pick this
he
up?
said no.
Yeah.
No. So I drive over there, and there's even more info. And don't tell now everybody knows that's watching this. Don't tell anybody, but his grandma wears a wig, and she makes tamales and this type of thing. And on my porch, it's half painted with a blue thing, and I have a rug that has a flower on it on the left hand or right hand side, and like just super
You got it. I believe in
super
you.
specific things. And I was just like, okay, like this is too much. I just have to hurry and get there before you keep talking my ear off. I get there, I'm like, hey, can you sit down? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, this is just what happened to me. If you don't believe me, it's okay, but I'm gonna give you all this information. Here it is. He starts crying like any other person would. Like it was only 3 days and his grandpa was gone. And I was like, and you need to check on your uncle, because something's gonna happen to him. He'll be fine, but make sure he doesn't drive in the snow, because he lived in North Dakota. It was during the winter. I'm like, make sure he doesn't drive this week. And then also too, you need to check on your grandma, because it was like when COVID like was kind of first around. I was like, your grandma's gonna get COVID for 3 weeks, but she'll be fine. And he's like crazy. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm just like, I'm just letting you know. If you don't call him, I will. And then he's like, all right. The next day, obviously, he calls him, time difference. So he picks up the phone. Is everybody okay? What's going on? And he's like, don't drive this week. I just talked to somebody and you cannot drive this week. And he's like, I have to go to the grocery store. Like, he's an older man. Like, he's just trying to do his daily things. He took time off of work, stayed home. In his town, there was, the day after, there was this big crash, and it was like 3 or 4 cars all right there by his like little, where he lived. And then he waited it out. And then his grandma ended up getting COVID for 3 weeks.
Damn.
And like, I was just like, I'm sorry. And he's like, it's normal to like still like question somebody after they just tell you all this stuff. And he's like, I still don't believe you. So all the things I just said, we were sitting there for like hours, and I was just word vomiting all of everything that I knew. And he still is sitting there crying. And then I was like, can you go get the tuxedo upstairs that you got from your mom? And he looks at me, he's like, how'd you?
God, you're over here doing some Chris
He's
Angel
like-
shit.
he's
And
like-
the card is in the left pocket.
And I was like, he's like, how did you even know? I didn't even tell you. And I'm like, go get it. I'm like, go get the cinnamon candies out of the pockets, please. I want to make sure that I'm right. And he goes, okay. And the dude is like, so I guess the ex, we'll call him. He's like really tall and like lanky, just spaghetti noodle. This jacket's like this big. real big, and then put in this little tiny cinnamon, like the lifesavers. What are those things called? No, the
I can't tell what's in your brain.
like those old grandma.
Certs? Or
Those old grandma
Like the cinnamon?
cinnamon with the wrappers.
Peppermint?
Those ones. There's two of them. Not peppermints. They were cinnamon.
Like the cinnamon.
They were like the red ones, but the ones you only see at like your great grandma's house or something like that.
right next to the candy bowl with all the candy stuck together.
In that one weird glass dish. Yeah. Those, they were in there. And I was like, man, you cry too much, but like I feel it.
That's fucked up.
I'm
You
here-
told him
oh my God,
you
I'm
cry
just
too much?
kidding. No, I didn't
You
tell
told
him
him,
that. I would never tell him that.
You might as well have said, stop being a little bitch. Your grandpa didn't raise no bitch.
Well, she
It just-
called off a ghost. I mean, he's over there crying.
I didn't tell him that in my head though. I was just like,
Damn.
Should have told him your grandpa was with me in the shower.
she omitted that.
Got him, coach.
I didn't want to tell him I showered with this grandpa. I figured he's already heard enough. He's gonna start crying
That
even
sounds
more.
like too much responsibility.
He's all jealous.
Ghost.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to find somebody else to deal with your problems. Do not come to me, please. I work a full-time job.
That's true. That's
I don't got time. I'm sorry. I got some other living things I gotta do.
There, yeah.
Nuts.
There's more. There's always stuff like that happens to me. That just yesterday I was like trying to sleep and I hear something and I'm like, I'm trying to sleep. Not today. Love y'all. Go where you're supposed to be, but I'm trying to sleep. Please don't interrupt my peace. Just go home. I guess.
They were like, well, it's already been
I mean,
12 hours. We've been waiting patiently.
It's just
I'm
no.
closed right now.
Right.
Come back at 10 a.m.
True.
No,
Yeah,
or
true.
like another one of my friends, his dad passed. It's always when somebody passes away, they come to me. And I kind of don't like that because it's like, I don't always want to be that person. I'm like, hey, sit down, let's have a talk. But he came to me and he's like, my initial starts with a T. And let my son know that this is his address, like his actual physical address. This is where he's living. This is where he's going and planning to move. And he moved out of like this town that we're in. All of this stuff. And I was like, hey.
How come sometimes they'll give you details and then sometimes they give you riddles?
Because I have to figure out how I'm supposed to help them.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Why don't you give a clear message, guys? Like, let's not give arithmetic from beyond the grave.
It's like Ghost Whisperer.
Now, what are we doing? We're not solving cold cases here. You got a message. Let's get this
Yeah.
message going.
Yeah.
One that's like, I guess, random was we used to live in this house. And my mom was like, oh, kids, you guys look so cute. We were all, it was like just having dinner, but moms, you know. So she's like, oh, take a picture. Well, there's this, in that house, you walk in the dining room, there was a whole entire mirror. You walk down the hallway and there's mirrors. In the shower, there's like 3 mirrors. You walk out and then another mirror to like wash your hands.
Sounds like some freaks.
I think that house was like in the 70s, so like they for sure were just like loving it.
They're like
but
Coke everywhere, mirrors everywhere.
it was a lot. Like there was mirrors all over this house, and so I knew like there was something. Well, my mom took the picture of us. It was like me and some friends and just all the kids. In the back of, because she took a picture in the mirror. In the back, there's this person, and he's like white, really dark eyebrows, really dark hair, and he's just like, I'm like, man, who the fuck are you? Like, you weren't invited. But
No, thank you. Oh my gosh, this is why I stay closed. This is why I'm like, it must have been just something flying down. Oh, that just fell. Why did that fall? Psh, I don't know, man. It was windy in the kitchen.
oh no.
Oh, Danielle, if you don't mind me interrupting, I thought of something that's pretty spectacular that I thought about.
What happened?
My grandmother passed away last year, and she was cremated, and my mom has some of her ashes, and some time went by, and we're really into those mini brands, my brothers and I, because I love everything little and cute.
Because you're small.
Because I'm miniature, so, naturally. So my mom had bought me and my brother's mini brands thing. I think it was a food one. And so I opened mine and I go through it, and one of the little things that I had was almond milk unsweetened. And my grandma, that's what I used to call her, she loved almond milk unsweetened. My mom used to buy that for her all the time. And so my mom was like, oh, you got an almond milk unsweetened. And I was like, oh, I should go put it by her urn. And, just being funny, being cute. And she's like, yeah. So I went and I put it there. I left my mom's house. I came back a couple of days later. I forgot something, or I came to pick something up. And we were going to bed. So, we started turning off everything. And I had to pee, so I used the hall bathroom. Well, because I'm saying that because where my mom displays the urn, in the hallway we have like this little shelf, and that's where she puts it. And the bathroom is right across from where her urn is. So the lights are off. I go into the bathroom, and I have a really good sense of smell. I lost it when I got COVID at the end of 2020, and I lost my smell for a good 5 or 6 months, and it tore me apart because that's like my only way of getting around. I smell, like that's the only good thing about me that I have, is I can smell really well. And so I've been slowly getting my smell back, and when I was going into the bathroom, I had an overwhelming smell of smoke. My grandmother used to smoke heavily since she was 14. She smoked up until she died. And she just smelled of old lady perfume. Like, she thought she smelled beautiful. I'm sure she did. But that smell, that was her smell. It was smoke and perfume. And I just got an overwhelming smell of it. Like, just overwhelming. And like, so much so where if you ever walk into a perfume shop, or somewhere that, like a bakery, this is how good my smell is. If I have too much of an intense smell, I get headaches. Just like that. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I instantly got a headache from it. And I was like, oh man, like, what the heck? And so I use the restroom. I come out, I hear my mom, putting stuff away. I'm like, hey mom, do you smell that? And she's like, smell what? And I'm smelling the air, and I don't smell it anymore. It's gone. Whatever I smelled like 3 seconds before, it was gone. And so I'm like, you don't smell that? Go in the hallway, smell it. I wanted to see if I was just losing my mind. So my mom goes in there, she's like, I don't know what you're smelling. What are you smelling? And I'm like, you don't smell smoke, you don't smell like perfume. And she's like, no. And I'm like, and I give her a look, and she's like, well, what? And so I'm like, I think Mama was just here. And she's like, what, why? And so I told her. And she was like, oh, she's probably thanking you for the almond milk. She doesn't know any other way to thank you than to, show her scent or her smell or
That's
whatever.
so cute.
So I think that's the most recent experience I've had.
I love it.
Yeah. I smelled her like one last time,
Aww. Smell is like way
that's
more
so sad.
intense than like people think. Like you can have like really powerful memories. Like I remember one time I was in school, like in like 8th grade or something, and I was walking into a classroom, and I don't know if it was the smell of the wood or something, but like as I was walking through into the classroom, like I felt like visually too. I almost seen it, me walking into one of my grandmother's houses. It was like it felt like it was like a full 30 seconds, but it was like a flash. Yeah. And then like I stopped, and people were trying to get in. I like just stopped in the doorway. People were like, "What is wrong with you?" But yeah.
No, I get that. If you get like some kind of like my wife had made, it was something for dinner, but it tasted just like how my grandma made it, and it just took me back. Just like I just felt like a little ass kid again. And, I told her. Well, I felt bad because I haven't seen her in like forever, So I told her, I was like, damn, maybe I should go see her. I don't know. Just felt bad, but
You got to remind her of her. That's cool. I mean,
have
maybe
to
you
get your
do.
wife
Maybe you
to
do
make
to call her. Really?
yeah, no, it's alright.
Oh my god.
That's all right. I understand those kind of feelings.
It's better.
We have one person left.
Me.
Dun, dun.
Okay.
No
Well,
ghost
The
sex.
ghost whisperer.
Since we're
You
talking,
can talk about ghost sex.
about George,
Oh, yes, George.
I will talk about him. One of the stories. So, I as well was in the same house with Amber, and I was in the kitchen, and the same entryway. I saw a guy walk in or down the hallway in that area, and I'm sitting there, and I look, and when I turn back and look again, he's still standing there. He's wearing the hat, trench coat, all black or gray, and I didn't see his face, but he was definitely standing there, and I'm like, brother, you you have a ghost in here. And he's like, no, I don't have no ghost in here. I don't know why you guys keep saying stuff like that. You know, mad, like, stop saying that. This is my house. And all mad about it. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure you do. Like, I just saw this. And so my mom, you know, we're talking about it to my mom and my dad, and they're kind of into it, wanting to hear like what I saw. And he's not happy about it. He's just like very like, you know, everything happens for a reason, and you know, you probably saw a reflection, and there's a hypothetical, or no, what is it? There's an explanation for it. And so my cousin, who he drives truck, and we hadn't seen him in a while. He was in town, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna come by and, you know, and visit with you guys. I have a little time between stops. And so he's like, all right. So he comes over. We hadn't seen him in a while. We're like, you know, chilling, talking. He, you know, had dinner with us. You know, he's hanging out in the living room with us all, and he looks up out the window, and it was evening. It wasn't super dark outside, but it wasn't like light either. It was, you know, in the evening. And he's like, hey, Jimmy, you have a ghost. And he's like, wait, what? And he's like, you have a ghost. You know that, right? And he's like, nah, dude, I don't have a ghost. I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, yeah, he's standing outside right now smoking. He's wearing a hat. He's wearing a trench coat, dark or all brownish, gray, maybe black, but it's dark. And, you know, he's tall. He's standing outside smoking right now. Right in the window. You can't see him? No, I can't see him. Like, no, He's like, yeah, he's right there. And I'm like, yes, that's George. I just got through telling you guys. That's who I saw. And he's like, no. And he's like, no, your sister's right. You know, he looks like this. And I was like, that's exactly what I saw. We saw the same exact thing. And it was just confirmation. Like,
and yours happened before mine.
He definitely was confirmed.
When you heard my stories before you had even... Again, I was still young, so I'm sure they're not going to be like, oh, well, let's tell the kids there's a ghost. But after you heard my stories, what were your thoughts? They're like, oh my God, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, she probably saw the same. I actually thought that the Raider guy, though, was probably something different. Because, he was definitely not wearing that. I don't think they change clothes. So.
No, I don't think so. I'm not saying they do, but I want to know what that one was, though, because that was completely different.
Yeah, he was completely different. I don't know what he was, but yeah. I was like, well, everybody, you know, everybody saw him, so he was there. But, and then the other one, well, there's a few, but I'll just say this one. I had went to a funeral, and at the funeral, it was 2 funerals going on at the same time, and there was a lot of people in there. And there was so many people in the room that when it came time to showing your respects, like, people had to come out of the room because there was too many people in there. And so I came out, and I was sitting on the chair outside of the room, and I was sitting in the chair and just you know, waiting for everybody else who was inside to come out. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, just kind of sad, just going through the motions, just waiting. And I kind of like got a little like chill or chilliness, but, you know, didn't really think too much of it. I mean, you're in that situation, you feel that way.
Yeah.
My friends came out, and we left for the day, you know. And after funerals, I'm just always so drained. Just I definitely don't want to go to the celebration or whatever afterwards. I think it's stupid. Like, I don't want to sit there and eat and drink and be jolly with these people. Like, I think it's so rude. Go
home and cry for me, shit.
Go home and cry for me. Like, go eat your own food. Like, don't make people come over here and
then the family has to.
They gotta lose a bunch of money.
Yeah. Then the family has to provide all this stuff, you know.
I'm gonna be like, bring your own food.
Yeah.
If y'all want to do something.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, well, get home, and when I get home, you know, unwinding, and the evening comes, and it was not in the house I live in now, and so in the living room I could look straight into the second living room. And when I did, I looked again, and I was like, oh no.
Oh.
Something followed me. So it was what I saw was a female, and she was Asian, and she was surrounded by sunflowers. And I'm like, what the heck is going on with this? So I'm just like, no, like I'm mentally drained. Like I can't do this. Like no.
Go celebrate with them shit. Like
what are we doing? So I'm like,
why are you here?
Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why you're here. I don't know who you are. Like if it's somebody that I know or somebody that I can connect with, then I don't mind seeing something because then I can get the message to who it belongs to. But this person, I had no clue who it was, and I'm like you don't belong here. Like if you came with me, you gotta go back. Like I can't help you. Like you don't belong here. And so I was just too emotionally drained to deal with it. So whatever. The next day, I was curious. So I looked up.
Naturally.
Yeah, like I was curious. I was like, who is this person? So typically my first go-to thing is to ask my mom, like, hey, do you know anybody who passed? You know, they look like this, and you know, she knows a lot of people, and she's like, no, I have nothing. And I'm like, okay. So I thought, you know, let me look up the funeral home. So I looked up the funeral home, and on their website they say like who had passed away, when they passed away, when their funeral was, sort of thing. Looked it up. Sure enough, the picture popped up, and it's a younger Asian girl, and she's in a field of sunflowers, and that was her picture that was on the website. And I'm like, poor girl. Like
she just wanted a friend.
She saw me out there by myself, sitting in the chair outside of, you know, her funeral and the other person who I was there to see, and she probably was just like felt the same way, just like, let's just sit right here and hang out for a minute.
Do you think that all of our... Sorry, go ahead, finish.
And then she decided, hey, I'm gonna go home with her. She seems cool, and I am cool. But I was like, dude, you gotta go back, because I can't.
She had to have known you were not there for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think that our spirits, like, after we die, do we go to our own funeral? Be like, hey, why are they here?
You might.
I'm good.
I need to, like...
I better go to my own funeral, because if there's someone there I don't like, I'm kicking them out.
Okay.
And if they
I basically like
if they don't put eyelashes on me, you better figure that out.
oh my god.
You barely can get them on yourself. How are we supposed to do it?
So after that point, after that time, that was the first time that somebody had came home with me after a funeral.
Yeah.
So now I make sure that when I go to one, I don't touch
tinfoil
anything. Huh?
Tinfoil hat.
blocking everything.
No, I don't touch anything. I sit on the bench only with other people that are there.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I
never
don't
take
sit-
anything home.
I don't sit by myself. And then when I get home, I immediately change my clothes, put them in the hamper. Even if I just put them on, put them in the hamper, and I take a shower. And then I'm okay. Like,
How many of viewers are saying I don't claim this negative energy right now?
nah.
Like it's those TikToks of like those
I
stories. Like I don't
know.
claim the negative energy from this
I don't-
video.
I know, and I
Sometimes you watch stuff, though, and you have to.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily
Depends.
like feel like it's all like I think if it's something you're afraid of, like for me, I feel like I can say like, okay, I don't want to see you. I don't want to have contact with you if there's not something
reason.
I can do for you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like
We can't hang out and talk all day.
I can't do it.
That's how I felt with that person's
I gotta
grandpa.
block it. I gotta block it. Like,
Yeah.
no, I can't do this right
Because they will bug you. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They ain't got nothing else to do, you know?
Especially like at
All
work.
day.
Yeah, at work sometimes like that building is kind of creepy.
The bathroom's haunted.
I know the bathroom is haunted.
I
and
felt that.
The
Did you
break
know
room
that?
is a little creepy.
I've heard
yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah, the break room, like you'll be sitting there washing dishes by yourself, and then you turn around and you feel like there's somebody walking in,
That's me.
and then you turn around
Into the
and
ladies'
there's
bathroom.
Nobody there. No, in the break room, like
Oh,
there's
okay.
nobody there, or like there's times where, you like hear somebody like put something on the table or do something, and you turn and there's literally like nobody there.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
You know, I always have the thought, like, because people are like, "Is this place haunted?" Is it? What's the chances that you are somewhere that no one's ever died before?
Well, that's
That's
possible.
true.
You know what I mean?
So,
Yeah.
Like 1,000 years ago, a dude could have got mauled by a bear
Yeah.
right here. Like,
I I think
what
it's just
dirt
weird
is.
when you know. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
it's worse when you actually know that that's
Yeah.
the case. And, yeah.
Well, maybe okay. We'll have to do. Maybe we'll get into the story. We have a really dark energy story. I won't bring into this, but there outside of the a town a few of us live in. There is like an area where it's kind of trailery, and
Oh, no.
there is a house that like
We're not doing that.
has multiple stories and multiple generations of like creepy, bad, dark shit happening.
Murder.
Like that land, and it's touched a lot of people. In this
Red rum.
Nope.
We should talk Bailey's theory and to do a podcast.
Oh my
on
God.
that.
She.
we could just
would-
copy it. Let's
that
just
would be
copy
so
her.
good. I'm not
She's
talking
so
about
good.
it. Y'all can talk about it.
She's what's it called? She's number one. So everyone copies her. So
I
it's fine.
love her.
We should do one, but we'll have to put the facts in. We'll have to put.
Yeah, we'll have to like really.
We'll have to,
like,
and there's a
research
book. There's a book and everything about it. Like it's legit. Like if we're gonna go like crazy, scary ghost stuff,
Yeah.
like
We
this
could go
shit
ghost
is
hunting
real
as a
life
team.
craziness.
Yeah, Amber's down to go ghost hunting.
Yeah.
I was close to it, and I just found out. So the way we're gonna end, I think we're gonna end on a more relaxing note. I have a game called Would You Rather. I don't know if there's a lot of
Look,
sex
he's
ones in
trying to
here.
cleanse the palate.
Yeah, I'm
of
cleansing the
podcast.
palate.
Like, would you rather eat dog shit or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
jump over a car?
I need some more dick jokes in this podcast, guys. So last time we did it where we passed the ball around. Do you want to do that, or do you want me to just?
No, I'm too blind for that.
Yo, you're hella
Just
blind.
go. You
I'm
just
more
do
blind in this light. Oh, that's a. I thought that was a kid.
I
That's
thought that
a
was my
grown
daughter. I'm
man
like-
making noises across.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost. They're here.
Podcast ghost.
It's Trey.
Oh my god. I don't know if everybody knows the weird noises, Trey. I should just make a because before he does his show, he just makes noise.
You should really
Do a Trey soundboard.
Yeah, and he just makes
my God, yes.
crazy ass noises, and it's just like I gotta like I have to scrub through this footage.
He's like ping pong.
Like I have to watch this, and you're forcing me to watch 6 minutes of you. But oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're just gonna start on some. Let's see. Well, I don't. I should have grabbed not the B side.
Why?
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. The sentences are weird, or I can't read.
The words are too hard to read, Nathan. Just
Here
Hey.
we go.
Do you want to play this game?
Are we gonna have?
I
are we
need
gonna,
glasses.
Who? Let's play the Who's Stupider game, Danielle. You
Hey,
want to
hold on.
play?
Hold on. No, you're being rude. No, listen. We
I'm
don't. We
listening.
don't edit the podcast, so we can't show.
So I can cut all this part
So
out. I can make a
unfortunate.
podcast of you just staring, because that's what you do.
Well, I don't know what to say. You talk too much.
No. I'm gonna start secretly filming you.
That's so
secretly.
creepy.
How secret? It's right there.
A ring light and
she has phone,
everything.
there's phones all around. You don't know if people are what's it called? Okay, so would you rather never
Better
need
definitely
to
don't put
blink
people on the
or
internet.
be immune to fast food cravings?
Say it again.
Say it one more time.
Would you rather never need to blink or be immune to fast food cravings?
Oh my.
I feel like my body needs
That's
to
an easy
blink,
one.
so that one's out of
I'd
the
rather
question.
blink.
You won't have to. You just can just stare at people.
I want
But-
fast
Your
food.
like eyes would dry out
Yeah.
and you start crying.
I want fast food.
You look like you're
That
on
one's
something.
Unobvious.
Yeah.
Imagine eating like oh no.
Imagine eating what? Finish your sentence
No,
in
like you're
English.
eating and like your face, like you have to like clean your mouth and everything.
Imagine
You look like you're on
sneezing.
Coke the whole time. Like your eyes,
Sneezing
your eyes
every
like,
time.
are like this
Eyes
big.
pop out.
No.
Or yawning.
Oh,
Have you ever tried yawning with your eyes open?
Sorry, guys. But your life would instantly. It'd be hard to date if you couldn't blink. Okay, would you rather fight a tiger with no front legs or 800 bullfrogs?
Ew. I either. No.
What are the bullfrogs?
I think you could get
I feel
it.
like you could kick them
pop
away
them.
or something.
Like
Smash their
squish
face.
What if it's the ones that are like a DMT trip and they get by your mouth and you lick it? Then they got you.
Yeah, that's
Then you're dead. You don't know what DMT is? Have you ever
Yeah.
watched Joe Rogan even
But
once?
I don't know about the bullfrogs licking your face.
No, they would
You
just
lick
be
the
close
toad.
to your mouth. Oh, it's a toad, yeah.
Oh, good.
Have you ever tried DMT?
Opt out of this.
Not yet, no. Not yet.
I don't think mentally brain is I think I'm constantly on the edge of a mental breakdown. So I think if I like, what are those candies, the hearts where you like hit it with the mallet? That would be DMT. I don't know if I could get it back together.
Yeah, no, I've done mushrooms and stuff before.
Did you have good trips?
Yeah, no, it was totally positive. I watched it. Oh, I took them on 420. And
sometimes they're not positive.
Yeah, it could have gone south. No, I did it on 420, and I was watching the Midnight Gospel. I don't know if you watched that.
Oh yeah, yeah, you watched it. It's it's the animated thing where the guy is doing podcasts with like, and it's all crazy. He did the one with his mom, remember? And we all cried. We all cried.
That one's really cool.
Yeah, he did a podcast with his mom. And these are real podcasts he does, but he does an animation over them, and it's wild. Usually he's like it's like things are chasing him or whatever, and he just happenstance to like not get killed. But that podcast they were talking about death because his mom had cancer, and so like, and he put it out later, and she ended up passing away. So it was like their last like big conversation. And she was telling him to like everything's okay and to be free and not to hold on to the pain. It was just like.
Yeah, I watched it the other day and I fucking cried.
You still cried? It still has the same.
That one's just because like his mom actually did die.
Yeah.
Really
like she would usually never be into anything animation. She discounts it immediately.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So the fact that she watched, we had to tell her everything about it, and then she watched it, and then she cried.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. I suggest if you haven't watched it.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
I can't wait till next season.
Argo stories now.
Huh?
Animate Argo stories.
Oh, I know.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be weird.
I need way more fans.
Animator.
Any animation fans out there? Would you rather? I think we did this one last time.
Yeah, because you picked the same card.
Okay, we'll try it again. I'll see if I can
Do you
read.
want me to read?
Yeah, you're way smarter than me.
Scrap in the middle.
You always hang out with people smarter than you. That's all my success.
Yeah, you gotta surround yourself.
If I'm hanging out with you and I think you're an idiot, I'm like, well, you're really an idiot.
And I look straight at you.
I'm just around you, Danny. I don't hang out with you, so you don't have to fit into that.
I was forced
Okay,
to
would
eat out
you rather
with you.
be incredibly charming, but only when discussing your bowel movements, or make the sounds of a pinball machine during any date?
I want to make pinball machine.
Yeah.
Because like, what's a little like?
Like when I get excited.
Swing.
Amber's like, what does a pinball machine
I know
sound
what
like?
it sounds like.
Like
I could already talk pretty well about my bowel movements.
Oh my God.
I mean, you could make it sound sexy. I guess.
Don't worry, girl. I showered.
Would you rather have nacho cheese as your saliva, or steel wool body hair?
Saliva.
No, I'll probably choke on the nacho cheese. Like my
I
saliva.
just can't imagine walking around with steel wool.
Cause of death, not
Think
just
of
cheese.
how good chips would be.
Oh
Think of how
yeah.
good chips would be if
You
your
just
saliva
pop
was
chips
nacho
and you got
cheese.
nachos. You are the worst Mexican.
Yeah, I'm not
Self-professed.
Would you rather have control of the weather, or control the speed of delivery drivers?
Oh, that one.
Delivery drivers. I don't give a
Sometimes I
fuck
need my
about the
package
weather.
like this second.
Jews already control the weather.
That's it. We're before we started, already canceled.
Thanks, Chris. Okay, would you rather have complete control over who gets to go to heaven and hell, or who gets to star in movies?
Heaven and hell.
No, I'll just do
That's
the
too
Star
much power.
movies.
I
don't want to deal with eternity. Like that's way too much pressure.
What if there's no consequences?
There wouldn't be any
But what if you
consequences.
could pick and choose? You're like, I'm throwing you over there. Just kidding. I'm bored. Come here. Like,
Danielle would put everybody in hell. Anybody who ever said anything that annoyed her once,
We're
she'd be
not-
like, straight to hell. And then just the portal would open. And then later she'd cry. She'd be like, I didn't mean to. I really didn't want to. I was just mad. They wouldn't buy me a taco.
There would be at least 5 people for sure I know would be down there.
that would be so
At
great.
least 5.
I feel like the movie star one is a little bit more beneficial because I feel like movie star life isn't all what it seems to be anyways, and I feel like that's
I'll make all
the
my
old
friends movie
sort of
stars.
hell anyway. So if you hate someone enough, be like, you know what? Yeah, they might get a little famous in the making, but I bet their life is going to be hell. So go ahead. You become
Dang.
famous. Go ahead.
They end up committing suicide or something.
Whoa.
Like that.
I mean, I didn't say all that, but
Okay. Let's
I'm thinking too much about that question.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, she sent us
Yeah.
all to hell. It needs because it's not if you did anything bad against me. It's like the moment you're annoying, straight to
yeah,
hell.
literally.
The blacklist.
You say the wrong word, forget it.
Have you seen the preview for that new? They're remaking Firestarter, which is like a Stephen King movie, and it's a little girl who makes fires.
Looks bad.
If that was her,
Baby Piper.
no one would have survived. Like California would have been burned down when she was like 3.
I used to be a pyro.
Oh, you did? You were?
Yeah. I used to have wood shop too, so it wasn't a good combination.
There was
Oh
a
my
moment.
That sounds fun.
There was a moment where like I was at school and I had hairspray and I had the lighter and I was gonna light a tree on fire. Just a section. The thought was I'm gonna light the section, I'm gonna get it out.
Yeah.
And then like before, like as soon as like I was about to do it, I just like seen like the whole tree going on fire, and then it was like over the buildings, so it fell on the buildings, and then I was arrested for arson, and I just wanted to
Oh,
play,
shit.
and I went, never mind, and I just walked away.
Wow.
I did that at wood
Trust your
Oh, that
instincts
one.
101.
I had shoe cleaner and I had a lighter and I was just spraying around. Then we had a substitute. He had seen me, sent me to the office, and then I was talking to the principal and I was like, yes sir, no sir, and whatever. He was like, oh, I can see you're a good kid, so he sent me back to class.
Is that the thing? Just say yes or no, sir.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
okay.
yeah, even the cops just say that. They'll let you go. Yeah, so then he was pissed and I was like, whatever. And then they're like, he's like, well, what happened? How did that happen? I was like, oh, I was cleaning my shoes near a machine and then it, ignited or whatever. He's like, oh, okay, go back to class. So,
Oh,
That sounds good.
God.
The principal don't care
no, you don't get it.
unless you murdered somebody on campus.
Yeah. No, just as long as you say yes sir, no sir, you're good.
Oh man, that's a topic. Save that.
That's a
The
problem.
shit that we did in school because from kindergarten to 8th grade, I was the bad kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm still the bad kid. So.
I calmed down a little bit in high
Were you the
school.
bad kid?
Who are you talking to?
Me? No.
Spoiler alert. Her teacher's like there's so much they try to date her.
What? What teacher?
He
In
told me that they were
school?
not in school, but like right after you graduated.
Oh, yeah, after I graduated,
Hey, she
yeah.
was graduated.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was 21 at that point.
That's a real slutty thing to say, Danny.
I was 21 at that point.
What?
They
You
waited
were-
a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was thinking that whole time you were in class, like,
He's like,
damn,
"Wait
this
till
girl.
she fucking graduates."
She's legal. She's 18. That's what the teacher's
We're
saying.
changing the subject. So this one is for Amber specifically. Well,
Oh, shit.
everybody can answer, but would you rather be a Ninja Turtle or a Transformer?
Well, obviously
A Ninja Turtle. Like,
I want to be a transformer.
She
Transformer heavy
loves
on the
Ninja
trans.
Turtles.
Obviously a Ninja Turtle.
we
Which
get
one?
Specifically the girl blue one from the TV
She
show.
barely exists,
Aww.
but she does
She
have
had
psychic powers.
She had the blue mask, and then her mask was like a braid too.
Aww.
I watched that. I remember it being really good, and then now I look back at pictures like, whoa, that was real shitty.
Yeah.
Being a Transformer
The
doesn't even make
nostalgia,
sense.
that's good.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to make sense. The question
No,
is
no,
like, do you want
no.
to be a Ninja Turtle?
Being a
or,
Ninja
like-
Turtle makes sense. It makes complete sense. They were turtles. They got exposed to chemical whatever, and
Yeah.
they grew.
And they like pizza.
And
you can eat pizza all the
But
time.
Amazing.
this is perfect. Trey, come here. The question is, would you rather be a Ninja Turtle or a Transformer? And I'm about to tell you why being a Transformer doesn't make sense, because the bad guys get the cool powers and the good guys suck.
But the good guys still always win.
Isn't
Yeah,
it,
but they
aren't
still
they
suck.
technically
Isn't
Transformers
that
though?
cooler?
What?
Who?
Isn't that cooler? If you can.
Are you going to try to get
You're
those?
overpowered and still win. Doesn't that make you cooler?
No, it doesn't. It's not cool being an 18-wheeler.
Would you rather be cool and still die at the end, or?
Yeah, I'll be cool and die. Starscream flies.
Coming from somebody that's not cool already.
You can get totaled as a Transformer. You can get totaled. You can have like an epic battle and
Part, how
get
many
totaled
times-
out.
I knew it was going to bother you, so I was so happy you pulled up.
Pulled up.
Okay.
We already heard you all making all kinds of noise
Yeah.
earlier.
Because we were playing Skate 3 and seeing who can die the most incredible way possible with the Hall of Meat. Good times.
Oh, Lord.
No one's played that, so no one. Anyways, sorry. Being a Ninja Turtle would be awesome. You could flip.
Think of all the pizza you can eat.
Dude,
No
I
consequence.
already eat as much pizza as a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, we had pizza yesterday, and he's like, "Do we get pizza for dinner?"
We haven't
for
had pizza
everybody?"
in a long time,
I'm down
though.
for
And I
You
was
haven't
like,
had pizza in a long time?
No.
I literally had it yesterday.
You did?
At work.
I ate. I was at work, so 3 days ago I ate almost a whole pizza by myself at work.
Oh, shit.
I got that Batman pizza with the cow. Oh man,
Yeah.
I tore that shit up.
That was pretty good.
And then I ate pizza last night, and I would have ate pizza
So many
tonight.
people,
I could do that.
like the other day, my friend was saying, "Oh, I ate a Batman pizza," and I was like, "It's shaped like Batman," and it was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Where
The bat
from?
symbol,
Little Caesars.
Little Caesars. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
there's a new movie coming out. You know that?
yeah. Unfortunately, Ron Pattinson's gonna be Batman.
Why do you say that?
Because
First of all,
I
you
think
like
about
Twilight.
Him freaking is Edward.
You like
Be
Twilight.
more than just a glittery white man in the
He's
sun.
about to.
Come on.
He's about to be a badass Batman.
I don't think
It
so.
looks decent.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
It looks a little bit more grounded.
Catwoman looks pretty decent too.
I'll watch it, but like,
Yeah, we know you. We know
On
you'll
a
wait for a
date.
boy to take
Yeah,
you,
on a
and as long as he
date.
pays for it, doesn't touch you.
We're gonna have some bad date stories coming next time.
oh shit. I already have one. It was terrible.
She's a loser.
Okay, would you rather have an endless supply of iced tea, or would you rather just have iced tea himself?
Nah, Ice-T's
No.
washed.
Wait,
That
but
boy's
like,
washed up.
but kind of.
You got
have
money,
money.
though.
I can beat his cocoa.
He'll just walk in the room and just look at you. Damn. Like,
No.
Just don't have a baby by him. It'll
this
come
look-
out looking.
y'all,
just
this looks like
him.
a sexual crime, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
I would pick iced tea and then ask him for some iced tea
Oh no.
every day.
Every day.
Okay, I don't know this one. Maybe you guys do.
Okay.
Would you rather be the Lord of the Ring or the Prince of Persia?
Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia.
You want to be fucking Frodo, bro?
Oh,
Say which
I don't want
one.
to be Frodo.
Yeah,
I'd rather
say
be
which one.
Prince of Persia is like
That's ice.
It's not the Sands of Time one.
yeah, that one
That's
was
good.
cool, but I mean
Not all the other
Lord of
ones.
the Rings.
Just the Sands of Time one. Give me that little dagger. But what was the other one again? What was-
Prince of Persia.
and what?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Frodo sucks.
well yeah, I mean Frodo. Well no, he saved everybody, dude.
Yeah, but
Be nice.
but
I
he
wanna be-
Frodo. His life never got better. He just like they had to send him to like the elf heaven area so he can kind of heal, and then he had to live there for the rest of his life. He couldn't come
Yeah,
back.
him and
His
Sam.
gay boy.
For this.
Sam, yeah.
It's all right if
I
they're
want to
gay.
be Bilbo Baggins.
I mean you're on that journey for so long. You
Yeah,
know?
come on, man. There's some dark, stormy nights in Mordor.
Can't eat
They're not
elven
even.
bread
I
forever.
know they're not.
This is why he was on some nerd stuff. This is why.
Yeah, I love Lord of the Rings.
I want to
new
be
series?
Bilbo
Oh,
Baggins
no.
though.
I don't love
They don't
Lord of the
care.
Rings.
They don't.
I
care.
like the
You said
video
it 3
games
times
more.
now. And they still
Like the Shadow of
Conquest
Mordor.
one?
They're really good.
Do you remember
Maybe.
the Conquest one? It was
The real-time
Star Wars
strategy one?
Battlefront? No, it was like Star Wars
It
Battlefront.
makes sense.
There was a Battlefront style
He's always
game.
It
barefoot.
was Lord of the Rings Conquest.
goes on an
And
adventure.
you play as you get to play as like Gimli, even the bad guys too.
Oh,
It's-
no, that
it's-
sounds
About
cool.
bad guys?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
bad. It was
I
sick.
don't know.
Is that what was it on PC or was it like an Xbox original?
I
Damn,
want to
just
say
figured nerd shit real quick.
PlayStation or
This is-
GameCube.
Okay, damn.
GameCube.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I brought this.
I said it
question
4
up.
times. I just want to be Bilbo Baggins.
Why?
Congratulations.
What do you mean, why?
You are Bilbo Baggins.
Thank you.
Have you seen her feet? They're hairy as fuck.
What is that? What is that? The guy with the ring, the ugly guy.
Golem.
I like
Golem.
him. I don't want to be him, but I
He's
like
so
him.
cute.
Golem is cute. This is why I can't trust you. Look at your judge of mid. Golem.
Okay, would you rather experience life as a video game, or would you rather experience it as a movie?
Video game.
movie.
Video game.
So I can die. and
It's so
come
much
back.
better.
Yeah,
as
movies.
movie.
People
Yeah.
die, and that's they don't. They're not the movie
People
anymore.
are always
think about
happy
it.
at the end in the movie.
You just like walk somewhere, it's like new level unlocked.
Yeah.
Oh, new thing.
Is that what happens in video games? Somebody goes, new level unlocked.
No, like, but like, have you watched what is that one movie? What's that?
Free Guy?
Yeah.
No, I haven't
Just
watched
like
it
that.
It's pretty good.
It's good?
pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it.
I haven't
It's
watched
cute.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds is cute. Yeah, we get it.
No, yeah, everybody knows that. But the movie itself,
Oh.
cute.
What was your favorite part, Danielle?
I can't tell you because you haven't watched it.
It's all right. Go ahead. Spoil it. Spoiler alert. Go ahead. Tell me what your favorite part was.
When there was like a bank. I hate explaining about movies. I'm so bad at it. There's like, the bank is getting like robbed or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then they're like, they hate you. They're like talking and he's like, no man, but there's like more than like this. He's like, no man, I can't do it. And like, that was it. That was my favorite part.
Oh man, that sounds
Very
great.
beginning of the movie.
That movie sounds great.
Yeah.
So much
Whoa,
away.
whoa, wait, that was the beginning?
No,
Her
no, no.
favorite part
Chris,
is when
stop.
it started?
It was
The
on
first
the
5
preview.
minutes.
That's all she can retrieve. It's just the first 5. What was your favorite part of the movie?
It took me
Not the
3
middle
days
or
to
the
watch the whole
end.
movie.
Just the first 5 minutes.
No, it took me
What
3 days
movie
to
are
watch
you
the
guys
whole
talking
movie.
about? I got lost.
I couldn't.
The free guy, the one where, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like I like movies, but they take too long to watch. So I just watch a little bit until I get bored.
And you only remember the first 5 minutes, but you love it.
Okay, think.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You marry the spouse of your dreams. Your dream spouse.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Perfect male or female.
Amber.
Ever.
Okay.
Now, the caveat to that is that you gain 10 pounds every year you guys are together. or
That's fine.
they gain 10 pounds a year.
I'll take the fat.
Yeah.
As long as
I
they
like-
stay with
They
me
take
when I'm
it.
400
I like
pounds.
skinny dudes anyways, so some weight won't bother. They're getting it. I'm already chubby enough. Fuck.
I see them. So by the time like we're old, we can even out.
You like a skinny dude, so you can just like wrap him like like he's a hot dog and you're the
Come here,
bun.
baby. Come here.
Just
Come
like
here.
come in, and just keep coming in.
You know what they say about the skinny ones? That's why she likes them.
Yeah. She's like, it doesn't matter if you're 5'2". You got that big.
No, it
dick?
does matter if they're
Get
5'2".
in line.
I'm not even 5'2".
What does that mean?
I'm only 5 foot. If you're like eye level, I can't.
That's
What am I
fucked
supposed
up.
to do? Actually look you in the face and have a conversation with you? I already have a problem with eye
You don't really
contact.
want to talk to guys. You just want big dicks.
Wow. That's mean.
It's that's just who she is.
Say
She wants a bank account and a big dick.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's valid. In this day and age, you don't have to be married.
But can you cook?
I'll figure it out. We're
No,
learning.
see, look at that. You hear that shit?
We're
She can't
learning.
cook, but she wants the money and a big dick.
It's a lot.
If I only knew women like you, I'd be so red pilled.
What?
I'd be so red pilled if I only knew women like her. That's the
Repelled?
dude. Red pilled. That's the guys who are like, all women are horrible, and you gotta play them to get sex. And
But the thing
if they
is,
keep
you
having
have to-
sex with big old dicks, that they're not
No.
eligible for marriage.
You have to play the same game they're playing, and you have to be communicating with them. Like, what are we doing?
I don't play
Oh,
games
so
with people
you're-
like you.
That's because you're like 12 years older than I am.
That's fine.
I'm a child.
Yeah, I could tell.
You have
You have another card?
Okay.
Someone's getting antsy over here.
Okay, would you rather work as a tester of computer games or a tester of trampolines?
trampoline. No. Break my fucking arm.
Wow, why? There's so many jokes I'm not gonna touch.
Don't.
There's so many jokes.
Asshole.
I don't want to test computer games. It's boring.
Yeah. I think my
gonna-
stepdad said he used to test them. He would get like Barbie games and stuff. So
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
no.
you
Gonna
think like
break a couple
I'm gonna test
bones?
the new Call of Duty or the new Assassin's Creed, and it's like Five Nights at Freddy's 7. Cool.
plus, yeah, I could find all the glitches, all that stuff. It's kind of fun.
Would you rather live in
Fall off a couple
biblical
trampolines.
Egypt or in the world of Atari Centipede?
In the world of Egypt, where black people were king, let's go.
Yeah, Egypt for sure.
You mean one of the most ancient and advanced, technological people, and they were black in Africa? Let's go. We got the slaves.
Okay, so you're dying. Would you, would you rather be trapped in a trash compactor and killed that way? Or have your head strapped to a railroad tracks and run over by a freight train?
Either way, it's gonna be
Whatever's
pain.
faster.
Yeah, the train.
And
would be
either way, you
faster.
know it's coming.
Yeah.
So
It's like, how long do you think that you're like aware while your head's getting smashed in? Like by a
Just enough
compactor.
Immediately
until like
when you hear,
it
Like,
punctures through
do you
your
feel
brain.
all the bones go, or do you think you pass out?
Do you think your eyes pop out?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
It's like, how long are you dead?
I don't want to. Let's not find out.
Can I
Trash
on the
compactor.
tracks? Can I be turned away from the train?
Can I be passed out?
Your choice.
Man, that's rough.
I'll make sure that
there's
way
a thing.
nobody.
There's a thing where they say when you're decapitated, like you can still see for a little bit.
You
I'm
think
sure
that
you can, like a chicken or something.
Yeah, that's scary.
your body's just like running?
Your body won't be running.
No.
Your body doesn't run now.
God, say something back to him. Asshole.
He is on one.
Because he hasn't seen me all week.
I haven't seen her move it up.
It's lonely.
Whenever I don't see him all week, it comes all at once, and then like 4 days later, there's nothing to say. He's just silent. I'm like, fuck, he's boring.
He started with you earlier on a phone call.
It's easy to
I know,
round her
that was
up.
bullshit. I wasn't even calling
I
him
have
about
to
it, but I
cut this
did
out. Your
Yeah.
rebuttal I have to cut out
Yeah,
now.
she has to- he has to
Great
edit
job.
that.
Oh no.
Okay,
Whatever.
would you rather interview Bill Clinton
No.
or Michael Jordan?
Bill Clinton, because I want to know what happened to Monica.
We know what happened.
Yeah.
He
No,
jizzed
no.
on her.
Ew.
Yeah,
I
baby.
want to talk about.
Yeah.
What about
I got
Hillary
it.
though?
You ever seen SNL? The old SNLs, the guy that used to do Bill Clinton, he used to do the lip bite. I don't even know if Bill Clinton does that, but he'll be like, yeah. I don't even know if he does that.
You
but
guys
it's,
remember downloading music off of LimeWire and all? That's all you would get is just that fucking
Oh
Bill
my
Clinton
God.
speech, dude.
or a Soldier Boy.
Yeah, it was so annoying, man.
Would you rather have a body of a big baby or have the voice of a baby?
I don't know Gypsy Rose. Get the fuck out of here.
I have
with
the
that.
body of a big baby already,
Can
so
we hear your baby voice?
no, that gives you rapey vibes. I don't like it. Like they were raped, not I was. Gypsy Rose had medical problems.
That's a whole ass lie. The only
She
thing
didn't
wrong
have,
with
yeah,
her
she
was
did
her
have medical
eyeball.
problems.
And the fact that she went on Christian Mingle and found the wrong one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The right
Did you ever
one
watch
for
that?
her.
All that she was like a girl that her mom lied to her whole life, and she thought she was sick,
Okay, I
and she
did
was
see that,
poisoning her and
Do
shit.
you have Hulu?
Yeah,
and then
I
she
was-
you watch
stabbed her
it?
mama.
Yeah. That was messed up.
Yeah, it was
That's some weird shit.
And then the
And-
first chance she got, she was fucking.
Yeah.
First chance.
In a Cinderella dress.
Okay, we got time for one more.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll keep talking about. Okay.
Oh, that no.
Gross.
Gross. Oh my god. You just set me up. Why do you do this to me? Gross. What's gross about it, Danielle? Let's talk
Everything.
about it. Let's talk about it, Danielle.
Everything. I've never been with anybody. I've never.
Danielle, if we could talk about anything that you could talk about, what would it be?
Not this.
Well, okay, what's the topic? What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Let's. I'm
Okay,
gonna.
would you
Let's.
rather-
Wait.
No,
Me
no,
and
no,
her are
would
gonna
you
do.
rather
Me and her
what?
are gonna do a podcast.
We're
Just
gonna-
me and her.
Oh yeah,
We're not
that'll
gonna
be
post
nice.
though.
But I want her to have a lot of comebacks for your ass.
Well, you better be at her ear whispering,
Yeah, I'll put a
Asshole.
headphone in there.
and you
I'll
better
just be
talk
like,
real slow.
You have to cut all this shit out, Nathan.
No, I'll just bleep.
Would you rather have the ability to silence somebody with a stare?
Hell yeah, you motherfucker! No, every day of the week, every
already had
single
that
time.
Or be able to. Oh my
She gave me back eyebrows, and I wasn't ready for that shit. They've never been used against me like that.
See how creepy it feels?
Can't even look at her
Or
anymore.
like whenever like he's down there and he's just like
Yeah, I do a lot of shoulder
Nathan,
stuff.
why are you doing that? So I'll just do it back and he'll stop. That's the only way.
I'm sorry, read your card, please.
Go ahead. Would I rather what?
Okay. So, we already know the stare part. Or pull somebody with a wink.
I can't wink for shit.
Because what if you just... I don't understand when winking worked. Was that ever a thing? They showed in old movies about getting those panties wet with a wink.
It's like Popeye.
See, that was it was great until the wink. Like it was going on.
Wink at yourself. Let me see.
Wink at yourself. What she means is look in the camera and wink so you can see yourself. That's what she means. But she said wink at yourself.
I'm winking.
Yeah, there's no sexy wink. It was a lie.
Can you wink?
One of the sexiest winks I ever got.
Uh-huh. Oh, you
in
got
my
one?
life. I got the sexiest
Okay.
wink of my life.
Did they? Never mind.
Was when I was in court and
Oh no.
My attorney abolished my ex, and he turned around and looked at me and winked.
And you're
And I
like,
was like-
fuck yeah.
And I was highly like had so much anxiety in that week. I was just like, oh, okay, like, okay, we got this. We're okay.
Like, my lady parts are trembling.
No. I didn't say turned on, but it was very calming. I was like,
I've never been calmed by a wink either. So I don't want to pull people with a wink because everyone's going to see it. Because everybody else is going to think it's creepy except for the person that you get. So I'll just keep people quiet with a stare.
Unless whoever sees it gets.
Oh man, that's like
oh, at the same time, huh?
Yeah.
But is it every time you wink? So you wink and then like everybody in the room is just like,
hopefully it's
Everybody
intentional.
that sees it.
Oh yeah.
But what if you pull the lady at work that's always watching Wazowski? Always watching.
What if you don't get to choose who you
Then
pull?
what?
Then there's a problem.
Because you know there's always some bitch looking from behind at somebody. So you might pull somebody you don't want to.
Man, these things are
I
terrifying.
feel like
It's like a Black Mirror
I feel
episode.
like the men should pick the stare because women already naturally have that power. So
Men
we know
don't
what
have
it's
that.
like to just stare and then they're like. So I think it would be cool
Yeah.
for the men to experience what a stare can do.
Yeah, I've got some wild stares before that caused me to shut up. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
feel good.
That's when you raise your hand. Your pan.
Like if I just hit you one
Some
time,
baby powder.
you'll know. Just so you can get that effect. And I'm gonna videotape it so you can see it. It's just like that explosion of baby powder.
You ever
Oh my
seen How
god.
High?
A long time
That's
ago.
what they do. They get the baby powder because he's a pimp.
Wow.
Keep my pan strong. That's gonna be our last one because we've gone over an hour and a half, and someone has to edit this.
Yeah.
I broke my
So,
I vote you.
oh, you what?
I vote you to edit.
Okay, I'll do it this week.
Go keep all that shit in.
Thank you, Amber and Chris. Chris, please shout out your business, please.
All right, you can check out my art at Black Cat Co 1337. I make NFTs. I make stickers. I'm working on prints.
Show me your stickers. You got stickers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help him promote. Let's do this.
Stickers right here.
They're so pretty.
Those are hella bad.
They're not in my shop yet. Been busy, but I'll put them up soon. You guys can buy some NFTs. You know, that'd be cool too.
I don't like NFTs, but I like that you sell them. That's what I tell people because
Yeah.
I got a lot of like things on the podcast.
You know what? Fuck it, dude. He gives me money.
That's how I feel. I'm like, well, I know him and he's making money, so get it.
No, yeah, I
Working for
mean,
somebody, you know.
yeah. I mean, maybe down the road you guys will want some NFTs and I can help you out with
Maybe I'll get a check in the mail. Amber, go ahead and tell us about your business.
You guys can find me pretty much on all platforms. Amber Envy and 627.
Dang.
Same everywhere.
You claimed your name,
Nice.
Yeah.
and she made there's a diamond painting
Oh, right
behind
here.
her. She made that, and she made the Mando
Can't
one.
point.
My Yoshi's in the other room. I would show off Yoshi. I wish she would monetize. I know you like to do it for fun. You could monetize yourself
You're so creative.
so easily.
So creative.
She wouldn't even have to be creative because people want the same thing. Everyone wants the same damn stupid stuff. So she could have done 1,000 Baby Yoda ones and sold them.
But not everybody can do that. She's
No, she's
Yeah.
but you don't.
What is that little doll the other day? You just made a doll, the Lilo and Stitch one.
Oh yeah,
The voodoo doll.
my best friend. She asked me. It was one of her coworkers. I think coworkers' birthday, and she's like, "Here, make this Lilo and Stitch doll for my friend." And I'm like, "Okay." And the picture she sent me wasn't even the pattern, wasn't even anything. It was just the picture of the doll. And I'm like,
all you had to do, all
"Oh,
the
that's
extra
all I
shit."
have to work with."
Yeah, she came in.
And I did it. It took a couple times, but I just did it based off the picture.
Yeah.
One day she'll have Etsy store. Danny, where can the people find you? Because they're looking.
You can find me on Instagram. It's Kristen, KYRSSTEN.
Don't take her to the movies.
There's two
But if you do,
S's?
don't touch
Two
her.
S's. The one with the one S was taken, and I was like, damn it! So,
And then go ahead and tell them about our business.
No,
Where
you
can the
go
people
ahead.
find us?
Go ahead.
They can find. I gotta hurry. They can find us on House of Wolf Podcasting on YouTube, baby. Right here. We got our Instagram going. We're working on it, and we got TikToks that I need to post on. And But also catch new content this week for the Trey shows coming out. And then there's going to be a new Some Nerd Stuff where we're talking about the Samsung phones and the year of 2018 with phones. It's a fun episode. And we will see you guys next week. Adios.
Bye.
Enjoy. This is like 2 episodes. You guys wanted content. Get the goddamn content. Oh, I ripped off my mic.
Oh, you were very...